Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I recorded a whole video on this yesterday and I hadn't released it yet. And then a bunch of news came out today, so I'm re-recording the video. This is a video about the draft, the NFL draft, focusing on Pittsburgh Steelers because that's my team, and just the first round of the draft. And so initially I had done a video where I talked about all the different scenarios that I would like to see, and how all of those will just be completely ruined if Aaron Rodgers picks the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers were one of the four teams he was looking at. And so if we had taken him, we would have probably given away all of our draft picks and none of this would have mattered. But this morning we all found out, that Aaron Rodgers has re-signed with the Green Bay Packers. They are doing the, the team, I'm forgetting the term, when they make they're making the receiver stick around for another year, which he probably would have done anyways because him and Carr, that's a whole nother topic. Him and Rodgers are, really kind of a pair. They kind of wanted to go places together if possible. And so they're going to stay in Green Bay together for next year. Give them one more shot at that Super Bowl, which I hope they don't win because I want the Pittsburgh Steelers to win. But next year is going to be kind of rough, and we're going to talk about that. So I'm not going to get my hopes up about a Super Bowl next year. Anyways, so first round, we have the 20th pick in the first round of the NFL draft this year, and I see a lot of people looking at us to trade, especially trading up. I do not want that to happen. I do not want the Pittsburgh Steelers to give away their draft picks. I do not want them trading. Hey, Bruce. Bruce also does not want them giving up their draft picks. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? You doing good? You wanted to say hi? Yeah? Should I restart this video or just keep a minute? Let's try just keeping a minute for now. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers have the 20th pick in the first round of the draft, and everybody wants them to take a quarterback. And I am not one of those everybody, so really it's not everybody, it's just a large vocal majority probably. Want them to take a quarterback in the first round. I don't think that's the best option, but what I was thinking was, Malik Willis, at that point in time when I recorded it yesterday, it had started changing already. But a lot of earlier mock drafts were saying that Malik Willis would drop down to the 20th pick, making it perfect for the Pittsburgh Steelers to pick him up. And so they were mocking us to pick the quarterback out of Liberty College, who's a really good quarterback, and I wouldn't mind getting him, but I don't think that that's the right choice going into the next season. And now, okay, Bruce, all right, are you gonna let me do this? You gonna let me film this video? You gonna let me finish it? Okay, down, buddy, down. Come on, down. All right, good boy. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's going to drop to number 20 after all. He had a very good draft combine, the NFL combine, and it looks like he's going to be taken higher up in the draft, and he will not be there at number 20. Some have mocked him as high as number 2, which I can't see happening, but I mean, it's possible, right? But either way, we would have to trade up. I saw one mock draft that had us trading with the Giants to get high enough to be able to pick him, and giving up way too much for that. And so I do not want to see us trading up. If anything, I could see us possibly even trading back to get more picks. We mostly need help on the offensive line, and that is where I think that our pick at number 20 should go. We were looking at a couple of different picks here, and I kind of want to go over those with you guys. The center, Tyler Linderbaum, I think would have been a great choice. I also didn't think he was going to be he would be there still at pick number 20. I still don't, but with some of the shuffling going on, in the first half of the draft of the first round, it's possible that he is there. And if he is there, he'd be a great pick. I don't think that he'll be there though. So my picks were, I was trying to decide between. Let me get their names up here. I don't want to mess their names up. Kenyon Green, he would be great. Let me see here. Okay, it's reloading on me. Kenyon Green, Trevor Penning is looking more likely that he will be there for us, and he would be a solid pick. He is offensive tackle. So, back. Kenyon Green is a guard or a tackle. He can kind of do both. We do kind of need that flexibility, but if we want a guard, I think he would be the better pick. If we want a tackle, then Trevor Penning would be the better pick. I think either pick would work for us. We could make our line work around that. And then one final pick that a lot of people were really excited about, but he seems to have moved himself up the board also, is, let me find his name again real quick. I don't want to mess his name up. Zion Johnson, also a guard out of Boston College. He would be a great pick too. So all three of those guys, and then the center would be solid choices for me. In the end, I'm going with, my pick is Trevor Penning, the tackle. That is who I would suggest they pick. They're not going to listen to me. They won't ever hear me, but that's who I think they should pick. And we will see what happens with that. If they end up picking him, and then in the second round, we can look to see if any of the decent quarterbacks drop down to the second round and maybe kind of take a chance on one of them. But it's looking like from recent mock drafts that more of the quarterbacks are moving up into the first round, even up into the upper first half of the first round. So I really don't think that we're going to have a great pick 20 option for a quarterback. And then in the second round, it might be rough even there to find a second round quarterback. I would like to see possibly another pick for offensive line, because we really do need to shore up our offensive line. Defensive line is also another spot that we could be looking at in the second round, which I'll do an update on this video. Maybe I'll wait even until after we make our first pick to do an update on this video. I'd like to say I'm not an expert on football. I'm not an expert on drafts. I'm just a guy making, some predictions based on some opinions that really are just opinions. So just keep that in mind. I am not the expert here. I'm just kind of looking at things as a fan of the team and what I'd like to see happen. And so a defensive lineman in the second round. I'm not a huge supporter of cornerback. I just don't think that drafting a cornerback usually works out all that great. It's so hit and miss. And if we can find a free agent cornerback to pick up to help shore up our secondary, that'd be great. As far as other options, strong safety, if we see a solid strong safety sitting there. I am of the mindset of picking the best player on the board, though. So I am completely open-minded to see how the draft plays out and making a pick, when our clock is on, and, have a board set up. And when the clock starts, the best person that's still on that board is who you pick. And so hopefully that's what the team does. But these are just kind of my guesses and my hopes for picks. As far as the quarterback situation goes, let's go ahead and touch on that real quick. Obviously, it's not going to be Rodgers because he re-signed with Green Bay, and I kind of am happy about that. He would have been a great quarterback for about 5 years, I think, but we would have lost all of our leverage to rebuild the team in other areas that we need help in. So, in a way, it's kind of a good thing that he went back to Green Bay. Just found out Russell Wilson went to the Denver Broncos, so they're satisfied. They're taken care of. They're not going to be taking any of the other quarterbacks that are out there. And I don't think Russell Wilson was ever in the picture for us either. The number of picks they gave away and players they gave away to get him, holy crap. They must really think he's the guy that's going to win that Super Bowl for them, because seriously, they gave everything away to get him. So I'm glad we weren't looking at Russell Wilson. Not that he's a bad quarterback; he's a great quarterback, but just it's not worth it to. In my mind, it's not worth it to pick up a guy like that and give away everything. What I would like to see is picking up one of the lower tier free agent quarterbacks. Not that they're bad, but that they wouldn't cost us as much. I've heard Jimmy Garoppolo would be a second round pick. That is doable, right? We get our lineman in the first round. Trade away our second pick to get Jimmy Garoppolo and have a little bit better offensive line, hopefully a lot better offensive line, a little bit better at quarterback, an option at quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo is not great, but he's not a bad quarterback. He was able to take San Francisco to the playoffs multiple times. He just couldn't quite get it done, and so he probably won't help us win the Super Bowl, but he'll be a good quarterback, and our team will do pretty good for the next couple of years while we figure out the quarterback situation. Hopefully, there are better quarterbacks in the draft next year, but he might be the right option for us. Another guy is if Raiders are going to keep Carr. I love Carr. I'm from Fresno, and so Fresno State. He was our quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I would love to get Carr, but I think the Raiders are going to keep him. If the Raiders keep him, we can look at their backup, Mariota. He would be a solid pick. There's a couple other quarterbacks out there. We already have Mason Rudolph, who, Pittsburgh Steelers fans are not fans of him. But, maybe give him 1 year to say, look, you are the starting quarterback. You get all the reps. You get all the practice time. This is your team. This is your year. And if it's just as bad as it has looked in previous years, then yeah, you got to move on from him. But otherwise, he can be the backup to the free agent that we pick up. That doesn't cost us too much. Doesn't take away too many picks from us. That's what I'm looking at the quarterback situation. Just kind of like a game manager. Make the line better. Have our running back Harris just start killing them. With a game manager quarterback and a 4-set running back and a better line, we should do okay. The defense needs some help. Hopefully we can get the defense some help, and the season won't be too bad. I'm not going into it saying, hey, yeah, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, but you can't have that every year. So, and we lost Ben. So what are we gonna do, right? He was kind of going downhill, and it just wasn't. It was just his time to retire. So we got to figure it out going forward. So that's my video. Wow, this is a lot longer than my video yesterday. Anyways, that's my draft video. Pick a lineman. There's a couple good choices. Trevor Penning's my ultimate pick. Bruce wants to say hi one more time. Huh, boy? Yeah, Bruce. You made this video long, didn't you? It's your fault. But you're a fan favorite, so that's okay. All right, everybody. Hope you have a good day. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.